Envoy. What can I do for you?
Hey, I had a dream about you. In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside.
Envoy, could I speak with you for a moment? So, you're that godlike, the Aediran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the strangle root, right? Well, the conversation went something like, "Did you hear an Aediran envoy was killed at the gate?" "What? Really?" "Yes, a godlike. He saved the ambassador from the strangle root." And so on. I'm sorry, that came out wrong. I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Aedirans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand? Oh, heroic and observant, huh? Joking aside, I know this seems strange, but they helped me out when I needed it. I'm just trying to return the favor. Galarde. Lofthled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of Aedirans. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then, you'd struggle to find an Aediran in the city. Now they're everywhere. That's all very well for His Highness, but it was trouble for my friends. Anyway, with all these Aedirans coming in, Lofthled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Aedirans in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink. Ah, but you can. There are herbs in the wilds around Paradis that can restore Gladwine's sight. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Aediran envoy, for the hero who braved the strangle root, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima. Many thanks, envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork. No. We had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes. Thank you, envoy. God bless you.
tragedy. A recently arrived envoy from Adir was assassinated just inside the front gates. A captain from the Valian Trading Company seeks a criminal known as Trevik. Trevik and his crew are believed armed and deadly.
Yeah, so close. But what's the point? It's useless without that Adra.
Step right up. I can tell you need more fire in your life. Or please buy something. My sister, the blacksmith, she doesn't think this will work out. I say she's wrong. Why keep a dagger under your pillow when you can use a ward stone instead? You're no fun.
Oh, you are a special one, you are. I thought all the godlikes were taken back, wherever they came from. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us. Then you might want to get a hood, or a mask, or something. You should know, this place is heading quickly into a swamp of madness. Even the plants and the animals feel it. I would say, welcome to the living lands, but things have gotten even stranger lately.
Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and dreamer, at your service.
My latest experiment was meant to solve the scourge that has come over the local flora and fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas. No. The gentlemen who promised to deliver it are here, avoiding me, I might say, and running about as if they feared my wrath. I assure you, my friend, I do not possess a wrath. You may have noticed, or perhaps not, since no doubt you've been busy, that wildlife here has gone a bit wrong. No one knows how best to describe it, but we can all see it. Something is distorting the life around here, and I hoped to stop it. Possibly, yes. But now I can't begin my tests without my main reagent. I have everything I need, but the most important part, the luminous Adra, to cleanse the souls of the wildlife. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath. Oh, it's very hard to find. It comes only from the Deadfire Archipelago, and when refined, can have wondrous effects. Enhanced strength and stamina, slower aging too. I've even heard it has a pleasant minty flavor when mixed correctly. My friends must have lied, or they got the Adra and lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about it. The people of Deadfire have been refining Luminis Adra for its health benefits for gods know how long. If anything can cure this affliction, that's it. Best of luck with that. I saw them briefly not too long ago, looking shifty and desperate.
They were running around the paradise talking to other scholars in the area. Ganeth and Remio, I believe. And an older lady. Don't recall her name.
I'd be very grateful. I know it looks like I'm crying, but it's from the acrid fumes I inhaled earlier. Any Luminis Adra will do, he said, as if the stuff were falling from the sky.
You there. You look like you know your way around... hello. I heard what happened. I see why you'd want to protect yourself. Probably because I made them. Or most of them, anyway. I've already been paid for them. If Volter happens to stumble onto them later, what can I do? You mean enchanted? No. A shield does its job just fine. It doesn't need to be tinkered with. Talk to my sister if you're interested in that kind of thing. She's over there. At least I don't think she's blown herself up yet. I don't know where she gets it. I'd swear she was adopted if we didn't look alike. 3 generations of hammering, and then she comes along. Guess souls are strange like that.
The hunters set that up as a way to earn some extra coin.
A pleasure, envoy. I'm Aldrich, the bounty master of Paradise. If it suits your fancy, check the board for work. The dangerous kind. Some more than others. Speak to me when you've got something to turn in. Hey, someone had to take the job. Ensuring that these threats to the good people of Paradise are eliminated is my way of helping. I guess I consider it my first steps down a long road to atonement. Apologies, friend, but that's none of your concern. I left there for a reason, and now I'm here. And that's all you need to know. Be safe out there, you hear? You're a brave soul, Anna. Spiders are bad enough as is, let alone big, mean bastards like Nassim. Nassim.
stand there and gawk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him, now can I?
You can see that the poor bastard is properly processed. What is this? Charnel House?
First week in the Living Lands.
Well, I can't say I've met one like you before, but I'm sure you hear that all the time. Oh, all the attention must truly bother you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Oh, heavens no. I would never treat with such folk. But I know who would. Look for Remio up in the Pearl District, and who knows where Adelgund wandered off to now.
You know what you're doing.
Ballaroc's always open. Sit down. What do you want? If you want information, I've got it. Just a matter of what you'll pay for it. Some Svef user told me he had a vision out by the eastern ruins. Not sure what that's worth to you.
What's wrong with your face?
You saved my life. He would have killed me, and all for a few coins.
Think nothing of it. Any law-abiding citizen would have done the same.
just stand there. Come in. Valorok's always open.
No signs of a struggle. Looks like misadventure to me.
I don't know. Like that? Huh? Get yourself.
I assume you intend to pursue.
I wouldn't go up there, stranger. That's Sparrowhawk territory.
They'll get what's coming.
Hail! I take it you're new to these parts? If so, you're going to want to heed my advice. Up these stairs is the Pearl District. Ever since the Sparrowhawks took over, it's become a right deadly place. A group of smugglers. Vicious killers, the lot of them, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, watch out for their leader. He's a big, mean bastard, that one.
Big? No offense, but I've eaten chickens bigger than you.
Says you, fish man. Can you believe the cheek on that one? Thala the Taskmaster, they call him. An ogre, if you can believe it. Only seen him once, myself, and I hope it stays that way. I hope you're right. We'll see soon enough, eh?
Adherents ain't welcome around the Pearl District. Mind yourself.
Smile, and you break it, you buy it. Wonder who he crossed. Doesn't take much out here. Those are the papers the Adiran refugees are waiting for.
Best watch your step around here, envoy. This is...
So, the puny godkin wishes to speak with the great Thala. You and your countrymen are not welcome in this district. My district. Is that clear? Not being welcome here doesn't mean you aren't tolerated. We're not fools enough to attack you or your kin unprovoked. I would be lying if I said I wasn't just waiting for the opportunity to crush you into the ground. One little slip in my district, Imperial Lapdog, and it'll be the last you ever make. So the little godkin has a spine. Good. Ripping it from your body will be a pleasure most exquisite. Now be gone, Thulla tires of your yammering.
Let's leave them alone. They look worried for someone.
What? How'd you get through me?
Free to pass through the gate now.
Let us in, sweetheart.
I told you, we're closed.
Not for us, you're not.
What's a man gotta do to get his needs?
Not you, too.
This girl thinks she's gonna keep us out of the bathhouse.
You might own half the district, but you don't own the mermaid's den.
We'll see about that.
You don't like it? Take it up with your second in command. He's the one who stole from us.
That's a load of...
I knew this was Jago's fault. This isn't over.
Sorry. This district used to be a nice place. They are the protection around here. The Sparrowhawks always got along fine with us, and then they, I better not talk about it. Juliana told us to be discreet. She's inside. If you want to help, she can give you the details. You have no idea.
Whatever a man wins at cards, he's bound to lose it here.
You're new around here, aren't you?
You're the talk of the town, envoy. Everyone wants to meet you. That depends. How do you feel about why you've been sent here? Then I hope he's thankful to have someone as loyal as you. Oh, that's a long story. Let's say it involved a dead duke and a bottle of quill leaf oil. I used to run Spirinto's finest bathhouse, if you can believe it. You wouldn't believe what the climate has done to my hair. Now, if you've come to avail yourself, I'm sorry. We're closed. I'm out of some supplies that should have been here days ago. I'd hunt them down myself, but I don't have a firm enough hand. I need someone with more authority.
Someone, well, someone like you. Come now, a lady has to have some secrets. Do I look like the kind of woman who'd send you to your death?
Do you want me to answer that?
It was rhetorical, but you're sweet. The local strongmen, the Sparrowhawks, got a hold of the shipment. They must have thought it looked valuable. Unfortunately, they were right.
The Sparrowhawks used to be bullies. Now that Adair swept them into this neighborhood, they're bullies with a chip on their shoulder. Shipment or not, it's about time someone took them down a peg.
Who? Lord Heelguard? No. He'd kiss an animancer before he'd help with something like this. He would if it suited him. I know all about men like him. They put their power first. I do. Go to the docks. Their lieutenant runs one of the warehouses there. He'll probably keep it close. And my life would be easier if my pool cleaned itself. Hurry back.
If you'd like to be used... Oh, how can one concentrate with you running all about the place? Who can tell? You've been speaking with Gunneth, I assume? Huh? She's the one so quick to flirt with dangerous strangers. Go bother Edelgund. Huh? She's probably by the western gate looking for someone willing to talk to her. If you'd like to be useful, I could use another drink.
Welcome. You must be the Adiran envoy I've heard so much about. All of my potions are brewed with care. Only local ingredients. That's just neglectful. Who lets a... Let's a park room building get that bad?
None of the clerks believe my story.
Envoy, hello. I'm glad to see you on your feet. Kai.
Tej.
I'm surprised they let you in here.
I'm surprised you're still gainfully employed.
I didn't mean anything by it, Envoy. He's just curious company for you to keep.
Hey, somebody has to have the envoys back, because you all sure did it.
No one expected the Envoy to get assassinated.
Exactly. Amateurs. Well.
Kai?
Come on, it's funny. Tej caused a ruckus last time he was slumming it at the Battle Rock. You were trying to kill a man, if I remember right. I had to put you outside.
You threw me into the canal.
You lived.
That water's filthy. I had the runs for 3 days.
Gods, Tej. The envoy doesn't need to know that. Yeah, but now you'll never think of Tej the same way again, will you? And now he'll never think of you the same way either.
Let's not make more of it than it was. I shouldn't have said anything. The fellow cheated me. I couldn't let that slide. Or he'd think we were all marks.
It was over a dice game, right? Tej here has a gambling problem.
Great. Let's air all my troubles. Is there anything else?
The bartender sleeping with your girlfriend.
You're lying.
You sure about that?
We'll talk about this later.
I'm not breaking up with her for you. Just so we're clear.
That's more than enough. Thank you. Was there anything I could help you with, Envoy? Naturally, sir. How can I help you? Inquisitor Ludwig is the commander of the Steel Garrote in Paradise. Were you to ask her, she'd say she keeps the peace. But she doesn't keep it so much as prosecute it. As ruthlessly as the ambassador will let her. She's also a veteran of the Steel Garrote's campaign in the Deathfire, where she died.
She's a Death Guard. Well, that explains a lot.
I don't know what happened to her there, but I suppose Wodika wasn't done with her yet. Death Guards are surpassingly rare. Some of the secretaries who traveled with our dignitaries in the Deadfire spoke of one named Iser, a devotee of Berith, who guards the hanging sepulchres there. But I've heard of no others except those I've read about in the histories, or, as you say, in stories. They are people, most often paladins or priests, so devoted to a cause that they simply refuse to pass on to the wheel when they die. Their soul haunts their body. The passion required to sustain them devours their flesh, and they swiftly turn to bone. I've never read a history nor tale of a death guard that did not end with them going quite mad. When they lose their capacity to care for anything but their cause, they cannot love. And when they cannot love, they cannot be merciful. And so everything before them becomes only an obstacle. I'm an open book. Well, you'll notice I'm nearly always here. If that man sleeps, I don't know about it. He wouldn't say, but I believe he relied on the claviger far more than he lets on. And without the claviger's steady hand at the rudder, the ambassador's struggling just to bail water from the sinking ship that is Paradise.
Claviger Aemon might have tolerated a little more chaos than the ambassador liked, but he kept this place humming. He's not someone you can easily replace, and not with one man alone.
It's a difficult job. The pressure sometimes gets the better of him. But if he loses his temper now and then, I can't blame him for it. Better him than me. He doesn't know what to do with himself. You know, in our first days here, he'd often walk to the end of the docks at sunrise. The work was done, the embassy was closed, and he'd still be wearing the same clothes he'd slept in at his desk. And he'd just stare out over the sea. He always seemed dissatisfied back then. I suppose, years later, he still does. Should you ever need me, I will be here. Safe travels, envoy.
I'll keep trying. But there's not...
Envoy, is it really... I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviona's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel? Not even death can slow you down, I see. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Captain Cynric said you have a missive for me from the Emperor. Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation. Here's something to tide you over, but your work isn't finished just yet. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles. At this point, I can't rule anything out. We're in uncharted waters. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open. I look forward to hearing about it in your report. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisan rebels must face justice. The choice is yours, as will be the consequences. All I ask is that you use your best judgment.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise. No, but this is the Paradisans' home. They're very good at hiding here. And Marius is good at finding things that want to remain hidden. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the living lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing, the health of your soul is another. I'm glad to hear it, but let's err on the side of caution. Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it. I admire your confidence. There's no point in being modest with our advantages. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
You've got some god looking out for you.
Wish that sawbones would hurry up. Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs. Yes, sir. My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy. It's built on ruins, and the ruins are falling apart. Because of the roots, you know, and the earthquakes. We're looking for the man who built the temple, someone the locals call the Oracle. He's well, he's like you. A godlike. He belongs to Aethys. And if the rumors are true, he's the very last of his kind.
Take it from me. Around here, the rumors always have some truth to them.
We just want to talk to him. That's why we went down there. Now my brother's hurt, and my team's in danger, and I'm stuck here and...
Take it easy, kid.
Sorry. Everyone at the embassy's too busy to help me, and I'm worried sick. Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass. The Oracle is said to possess a holy relic that belonged to Aethys, a part of the god's Titan body. This Oracle, I don't know if he's dangerous, but he's supposed to carry a sword full of diamonds. I'll probably never get to see it now. Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
An interesting day, so... Well, I'll be chomped by a Zarep queen. You're that godlike from the docks. I bet you do. I bet you do. I can't believe my luck. Nothing all year, and then boom, interesting strangers just falling out of the sky. As a matter of fact, I have. Indeed, a young dwarf and his crew stopped by. Seemed agitated, like they were afraid of someone. They were asking where they could find luminous Ardra, of all things. Can't imagine what they'd needed it for. I said they were most likely out of luck, but I might know somewhere they might find some if they looked hard enough. Not long ago, a group of animancers looked to carry out some experiments into teleportation. They carried their instruments and a healthy supply of luminous adra to the island of Castel's Folly. It's possible there's some still there. Oh, I'm afraid not. No, those people were never seen again. That's why I think their adra might still be there. Question, why are you looking for those sailors? Did the Valian captain send you? I don't know much, but one of the smugglers whispered the name Captain Bardato and spit on the ground. The name sounded Valian to me. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Oh no. I imagine a Valian sea captain knows better than to spend time among all these Aderan soldiers. The folks you're looking for are probably getting themselves killed searching for Adra that probably isn't there. I can tell you wouldn't listen to me if I warned you not to go to Castel's Folly, so I wish you luck.
Envoy, got a situation over here. Oh, good. You came over. Glad to see you're up and about.
For fuck's sake, can we move this along? I don't have all day.
I'm glad. I hate to admit it, but the guards could use your help. Most of us are off searching for the ones who attacked you. That leaves us short-handed, so people like her try to sneak in. I caught this one, but I have to check her cart for contraband. There's a lot to dig through. Find anything? Find anything? I knew you were hiding something. You'd better have an ironclad explanation for this.
I don't know anything. Someone's trying to set me up.
Thanks for the help, Envoy. I think I can handle it from here.
The militia have closed Paradise to newcomers, so where should I go?
I can't help it. After what happened with Kalisha.
I know, dear, but worrying isn't going to...
You're right. Of course.
boys. We've got company. Watch where you're going.
Wouldn't want you getting hurt.
Shove off. We got nothing for adherence here.
Jago, don't you ever get tired of offending people?
Didn't have to. The mug gave you away. Time was, people in Paradise used to have principles. Principles like, get what's mine and keep yourself to yourself. Then you came and memories got short about that sort of thing. But the Sparrowhawks, we remember. It's not much of a heat, but it's more than you can say for yourself. The Emperor's favourite envoy, killed as soon as he shows up. Not your finest hour. And you're pretty stupid to throw around an accusation like that. Stay back. That's it. I'm sick of you.
You're mine now! To your left! This one's mine! I was just getting warmed up. Listen, this is something I never thought I'd have to ask, but can we talk about you coming back from the dead? I saw you take an arrow to the gut and collapse. Your skin went cold and you stopped moving. It happened fast. By the time I got you to Liviana's, I don't think you had a pulse. You certainly weren't breathing. You must have spent 20 minutes as a corpse on one of her cots before you just came back. What did you see while you were gone? What do you remember? Watchers say souls can linger between this world and the beyond for a time. I've seen Runid talk to them a few times, almost in a trance. What happened next? Wait, someone? Who was it, or what was it? Well, that's good. Imagine how much worse this would be if you had two cryptic entities clamoring for your attention. So, someone is reaching out to you from the beyond. They saved you from death, and now they want you to free them from wherever they are. Do you trust them? Even if you wanted to leave them there, I get the feeling they're not going to leave you alone. Well, even in the land of the strange, you have had the strangest experience I've ever heard of, and you haven't even left Dawnshore. That's quite a feat. Me neither. So, this whole time you were in the Beyond, and then you were just sent back. I feel crazy even asking this. Do you think there's a way to bring people back from the dead? Yeah, probably not. Still, thanks for humoring me. You must be tired. I know I am. Hopefully that Watcher Runid will have some answers for us. For now, let's get some rest. They say people afflicted with it have strange, vivid dreams, and start confusing what starts as a light daze becomes severe, and then, so Dream Scourge. No, Dream Scourge is different. It spreads all over. Still, if you see any new mushrooms sprouting up anywhere unexpected, until then, look on the bright side. Rebellion's more like our natural state of being in the living lands. People on the island don't much like being told what to do. In fact, many come here specifically for that reason. And the Steel Garrote. Ludwine and her paladins have been busy in the hinterlands. It's all rumor and speculation. They say she's hunting down so-called agitators, flattening entire settlements that stand in her way. Of course, all the news reaching Paradise is jumbled together. Stories about the Dream Scourge, the Steel Garrote, and the weird happenings that are almost commonplace around here. So it's hard to say what's true. If they're here under your banner, people will see their actions as representing you. Maybe so. But she's also confirming fears that Adir's mission is more than diplomatic. I don't know that these rebels are all that organized yet. But where there's foam, there's rocks, as the saying goes. I'll be here if you... Need me.
The wood echoes, strangled suffering. We knew this creature. Still waters, you nearly dream. The bear, the rot in the heart. Did its beauty sing to you? Death to life. Does life not glisten like a stream? What gleams cannot be a monster? We wish you had not killed it. Cull the sickness, clear the rot, kill one to save the other. Still, violets and the stars, we wish for both. Earth into rebirth, growth into life again, beauty without end. Must all we love turn to ash? Can we not save it? Mercy like a knife. It hunts all of us. God, mortal, beauty. Sleep now. We ponder.
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober. Guess the Aderan discipline doesn't apply to pest control. Poison. We should find Maurice. He could tell us more.
Unseen, unheard.
Finding out is good too.
Another win, but who's counting? I don't think the new owners like company. Stand back. Here it comes. I'm not sure.
Ready, aim. You take lead.
Oh, no, you don't. Left flank. Hope you don't mind spiders. Aye, aye. Coming in hot. Quiet as the depths.
For you!
make a good squad.
Welcome back, Envoy. Show it here. I don't envy you having gone into that horrid place, but I'm thankful you did so. Be safe out there, you hear? Oh, Octa. Now that's a dwarf with a chip on his shoulder. Heard he burnt the last ones that went after him alive.
You're the one they all crow about, eh? Best hunter and guide. Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of Makul. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Adiran Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Dukte Drago Sakasat Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
Marius can handle himself. Of course, if you're bored, we could always start something anyway. I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
He's crafty, but he's no maniac. Just watch.
Oh, I could feel it. Gods, you.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person. Wasn't a bluff. That was a test. Any hunter worth their salt knows Widow's Kiss has no effect if it's ingested. And he actually believed I could pay the bartender to poison someone's drink. Gods, the taverns in Adir must be rough. Right, that's the goal. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking for someone to help find the people who killed you.
Hey, I told you, he's an excellent tracker.
You haven't exactly been low-key, have you? I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left that we can use to track them. Then they wouldn't need much of a reason to go after an Adiran official. Plenty of stale water there. Still, it's dangerous to make assumptions based on stereotypes. We need more of a trail to go on. We'll figure this out at Makul. Don't you worry.